Trade has dominated the headlines for the last many months, with President Trump taking an aggressive approach to fixing the U.S. trade deficit. The president talked about that and his vision for agriculture at the National FFA Convention in Indianapolis. Spencer Chase had the chance to interview the president to get details.
We have the honor today to be joined by President Donald Trump. Mr. President, we appreciate you making the time to join us.
Thank you very much.
Now, there are a number of farmers and ranchers that were hoping for a quick resolution to the trade dispute with China. Unfortunately, we haven't seen that. In your estimation, why has this dispute lingered on for as long as it has?
Because to make a great deal, I have to take more time. China's been ripping us off for many, many years. They've been taking out billions and billions of dollars out of our country, $500 billion on average a year for many years. They've been living very well off the United States. And you know who understands that better than anybody else? The farmer. They've told me, take your time. We have total confidence. We trust you. If you remember, the same questions were asked about Canada. They were asked about Mexico and what turned out to be a great deal, the USMCA, and a far better deal than NAFTA. NAFTA, to me, NAFTA was a horrible deal. That's why I didn't want to use the name. But we have a great deal. And if you went back a month ago or 2 months ago, people were asking that same question. Do you think you'll be able to make that deal? We made a great deal with Canada, a great deal with Mexico, and great for our farmers. We made a great deal with South Korea. South Korea was a terrible deal for our country, and now we've totally renegotiated that deal, very much to the benefit of our farmers and others, by the way, but our farmers in particular, as per your question. And the other thing I did is ethanol, E15, and so we have 12 months, E15.
Your administration authorized $12 billion in trade assistance payments to farmers and ranchers impacted by the tariffs, but it authorized it in 2 tranches. And we've seen the first amount of checks go out, but there's been some questions raised about whether or not that second tranche of payments will happen, or if it happens, what the payment rate will be. What can you tell us about the administration's plans on that subject?
Well, that was my idea to do, and that was something I didn't have to do, but I wanted to do it for the farmer, because during the negotiation, maybe they'd get hurt. And Sonny Perdue, our great Secretary of Agriculture, is the one that's in charge. And he feels very strongly that we're going to help until this is all ironed out.
So when you say that Secretary Perdue wants to help until it's all ironed out, that we can take that to believe that there will be a second round of payments, you think?
Well, I think he's not only going to help there, I also think he's going to help with the hurricane that we just had.
You've tweeted about the Farm Bill a number of times, and specifically the work requirement language, but you've stopped short of issuing a veto threat. So I'll ask you now, are you prepared to veto that legislation if you're not satisfied?
We have a Farm Bill that I can do. I am holding out, again, time. I'm holding out. I'd love to get the work requirements if we could. Farmers want it. I want it. It's the right thing to do. You're going to have a farm bill. But to get it right, I need more time. Now, in that case, even if I have more time, because we don't have enough votes, we have 51 votes. We need 60. And if we don't get more people in, I don't know. I can't tell you that we're going to do work requirements, which I'd like to be able to do. They've been trying to get them for years and years and years. I'd like to do them. Because that's what we've done.
Mr. President, appreciate the time.
Thank you very much. Great honor. Thank you.